How's it going, folks? This is Steve with Race Day, and we are here today, back finally from a 2-week break from the NORA Truck Series here in Kansas Speedway, one of these drivers' favorite tracks. Kansas puts on an amazing show every single time, and today I expect to see the exact same thing today in these NORA trucks. Right now, we're in qualifying, about halfway through. Let's go down trackside and take a look at how this is going right now. Here we go, qualifying right now for the NORA Truck Series. Daniel Honeycutt looking quick as ever. Tell you what, these 2 weeks, really 3 weeks since our last race at Texas, man, today it's going to be a lot of refreshment after that break. A lot of these guys just itching to get back into that car, and right now, Brian Jones, here he is, looking strong as well. A lot of these guys looking to keep that momentum up like they had earlier in the season. These long break weeks and time off can definitely help kind of refresh, rewind, and a lot of these guys too maybe didn't have the start of the season they wanted to, right? And now they can kind of step back for a second, kind of recoup, kind of refresh the mind, and right now we're going to see that a lot today. Get back into the mindset of this truck and the competition. Man, I cannot wait to get this thing going. Kansas has always put on a great race. I mean, man, we saw it in the real world, right? I mean, last Sunday, yesterday, really. Man, unbelievable closest finish we've ever seen. And I'll tell you what, these trucks can put on the same thing. We've seen some close finishes in this series, this season so far, and I expect to see a lot of great racing today. Right now, Daniel Honeycutt is your pole sitter. Only one truck on the speedway right now. That's Cody Reeder. Actually, excuse me, Dylan Banks as well. There he is in that 21. Looking to get some good laps here. Reeder top 6 right there, not a bad spot. Dylan Banks going to come in through as well. And he will be the last to qualify here. The outside lane right there, you'll see that work a lot of the time tonight. Outside lane is key here, but with these trucks, we'll ride on board too. This place acts as a super speedway. These things are just awesome. Checkered flag is out, and Daniel Honeycutt will be your pole sitter today. 134 laps in front of us here at Kansas, man. Cannot wait to get this thing fired up and underway here. We'll give these boys just a second to get to the grid, and then we will get underway here in Kansas. Big thanks to you folks for being here, obviously, and supporting Race Day, supporting the NORA Truck Series. Excited to get back going here under the lights in the action. And here we go. There he is, your pole sitter, Daniel Honeycutt, rolling off in that P15. Looking very strong right there. Brian Jones, P2. Zach Lindgren in third spot. Very strong effort. Chris Snyder, fourth. Timothy Harper, P5. Cody Reeder, sixth. Everett Kotz in P7, Blade Timmons in P8, Austin Smith 9th, Blake Hopp in 10th place. That rounds out that top 10. Next 10, Dakota Hendrickson, Devin Jensick, Cameron Thompson, Anthony Gulantuano. I think I said it right that time. Great. Anthony Campbell, Zach Hollinger, Raymond Hanneman, Christopher Heights, Jared Wishin, and Joshua O'Connor Sr. 11th through 20th. 21st on down, Cody Height, Tyler DeTalent, Adam Kulikowski, Nicholas Corcel, Dylan Banks, Aiden Kirker, Nathan Yarnell, Kyle Rochelle, Jake Gladelich, Harrison Whitehead, Michael Menchaca will round out the field today. So 31 trucks going to get this race underway and going to get the season back rolling again. Cannot wait right now. There's your field. They are stacked right now, going to get ready to get this thing underway. 134 laps will be the mark today, folks. Nice quick race. That'll go by pretty quick if these boys keep it green. Stage 1, 36. Stage 2, lap 60. O'Connor is just O'Connor. No SR. Well, then SDK has been lying to me the entire season, because there's definitely a senior attached to his name. So somebody's been tricking me, or some kind of tomfoolery going on, but it's all good. A lot of action in the chat. We love to see that right there. Keep it going, right? We want to keep this thing interactive. We want to have fun today, and we're going to do that for sure. So Daniel Honeycutt on the front row. Who is your favorite to win this race? A lot of drivers here are going to come back and get this thing fired up. Honeycutt, Jones, Lindgren, Snyder. We're going to go through a lot of these paint schemes today too, because I'm a big paint scheme guy in all of these. Man, I mean, we are just... How good does NORA Truck Series look right now? A lot of these trucks looking killer. Cannot wait. One of these killer paint schemes will land in victory lane. But here we go. Green flag about to go off. Green flag in the air. Pace car has turned left. And we are going to get this thing underway. Overcast skies. Green flag is out. We are going racing here for the NORA Truck Series. And just like that, folks, one lap is out of the way for Kansas. And look at this battle here. 3 wide, almost 4 wide here entering turn 1. Daniel Honeycutt out to a storming lead, but watch out for this middle of the pack. Look at this. 2 and 3 wide. This place will get like this all throughout today's event. Boys are not messing around right now. The 23 looking pretty good right there. Blade Timmons in the middle lane. Gotta be careful up at the front though. Honeycutt gonna be under fire. Here, look at this 4 wide here, right behind him. Holy, Brian Jones making his way through the middle here. What an awesome shot. All over the track, folks. We'll ride on board here in just a second. You know what? Brian Jones, let's ride on board him. Take a look at this. Very minimal throttle time, or off throttle time here. It's almost always in the gas. What a fantastic job here on the outside. Look at this all the way around the track though. But down the back stretch, drafting will be a huge key in today's race. You have to have those teammates, you have to have friends today for sure. The tire wear will matter for sure too. I mean, think about like the next gens at like Atlanta, right? Tire wear does come into play. It will definitely happen, but look at the outside lane. These guys are making it work. Timothy Harper. That 99 right there as well, looking so good. Take a look at this. Just drives it straight into the corner, up high. And you can see the overcast skies right now. We're not going to have a lot of sun peeking through, which is kind of nice for them because it'll be cooler temperatures on the track. That means more grip and faster speeds. And we are seeing that right now already 6 laps into this race. Still side by side here, the 15 of Honeycutt looking pretty fantastic. The 60, Zach Lindgren on the outside lane. Little different paint scheme today from what we've seen earlier on in the season. But look at this, 2 wide back to back. And sometimes the racing folks can just watch and commentate themselves because this is just awesome to watch. 2 wide all the way back. Grid formation. Lindgren right now has that top spot by nothing, but we'll see. Gonna lead that lap right there, but further on back, all kinds of chaos. Look at this right in the back too. 2 wide. Seeing 3 wide right here. Look at this, 81 in the middle. Harrison Whitehead. Great racing. Tyler the Talent, we've seen that truck win a couple times now this season. Looking very, very good right now in the back. Not a bad spot though. Again, stage 1, only 36 laps. But look at this chaos right here. A lot can happen, right? I mean, this is tight racing. You don't want a big wreck to happen in this field right here. Being in the back might be a smart move, but we're going to be 3 wide here, looks like. Entering into the back stretch. Almost, they want to for sure. Lindgren out front has that top spot right now. You'll see him go right down into the apron. That's not out of bounds. They can use that as much as they want. And we'll see it a lot this race for sure. Still 2 wide here for 3rd place. The 9, Austin Smith, Timothy Harper. 3 9s right there in that 2nd row. Looking to get themselves up to the front. Incredible racing so far. All around the track. The 8 looking pretty good too here. Dakota Hendrickson. A 32. Look at him though. Everett Cott sneaking his way up to the top lane in that Mike's Harder black and yellow scheme. Did a really good job of putting himself into that spot. Couldn't make it actually work, but these guys right now are able to put their trucks right where they want them. We're seeing some more 3 wide action. 22 down low here. Sneaks him a little bit. Gotta be careful there to not go up high. We'll see that more and more as the race goes on and as the long run goes on too. Once the tires start to kind of fade a little bit, they'll get a bit tighter. That won't be as fun as it is right now. But man, look at these guys. Great racing, drafting all around the track. Brian Jones has fallen down quite a bit right now in P7, but not too bad. Down 7 spots from his starting spot, so currently in P9, but working his way back up to the front. Again, this is one of those tracks too, especially in the trucks, where you have to have friends, right? It's nice to have friends to be able to push you. Have that draft. The clean air is absolutely huge. And you can see right here, oh man, they're battling here. Timothy Harper, Lindgren, fighting for that clean air. All right, 14 laps in, folks. This is going to be a fast race right now. The 60 on the outside, still making it work. We have one truck in the wall right here, way in the back. Can't quite tell who that is. Black and white truck. I believe the 77. Anthony right here. Into the wall pretty well slow, but keeps it going now. Not too bad. Looks to be back going, but look at this. Up at the front again. Top 5. I mean, just throw a blanket over him right now. Looking so good. The 15 right there, Daniel Honeycutt. The pole center, looking pretty stout right now. Look at this drone camera here, almost 4 wide right there. Not quite, gonna be 3 wide here in just a second. Does Honeycutt sneak his way through to the top side? He wants to, but doesn't actually get that run. He might get it right now. Here we go. Pushes Lindgren instead. All kinds of great angles here. Just the whole field spread out in the back of the pack, looking so good. Ooh, touched the wall right there for Austin Smith. Gotta be careful with that. Oh, hold on. Austin Smith gonna go around here. In a big, big wreck. And that will bring out our first caution of the day. 34 right there slows down as well. Great job for him. Man, unfortunate right there for Austin Smith. Got tangled. We were riding on the gearbox. looking at the back end of Honeycutt, and unfortunately, that was a tough hit right there for Austin Smith. See if we can go back here and take a look at what actually happened. That was the tail end, so we'll go back a little bit further and see if we can tell the whole story here. Ah, yeah, just comes across the nose of the 99. I know we can get a better angle. One more time, let's take a look. Here we go. So Austin Smith comes down right here, entering turn 3 and 4. Then he comes up, kind of loses some steam right there. Hits the wall a little bit. And then right here, ooh! Okay, so actually the 99 kind of moves up a tad into the 9. Some slight netcode there as well, but not too bad. But yeah, that'll be interesting to see what race control does as far as deciding which one or which way that goes. But either way, right now we're going to see a lot of drivers come down pit road high above Kansas Speedway here. What a great shot right here. Love this. But down pit road, here they come. A lot of drivers. Strategy being played. A lot of drivers staying out too. Daniel Honeycutt, Blake Hope, Aiden Kirker. So some varying strategies here. Who's going to get to it first? Looks like Everett Kotz going to lead them off pit road right here. A bunch of drivers still on pit road. Good spot though. Take the 4 tires, take the fuel, and then off you go. Pretty good stop right there for a lot of these boys. Looking very solid. But again, Daniel Honeycutt won 1st through 7th. Stayed out on the track. So interesting call there for these guys. The talent, we saw him spin out in that wreck as well, but didn't seem to have any actual contact, so not too bad right there. Nathan Yarnell, Nicholas Coruscant, Dylan Banks. Not too bad. So varying strategies. Lap 19. Lap 36, keep in mind, will be the stage end, so this is interesting. A lot of these guys looking to get through. We'll see how those tires keep up. But again, track position at a track like this and how it's so draft dependent, the tires might not be as key on the short run. This is going to be a pretty short run to get to the stage conclusion, so a lot of cards being played right here on the table. But right now, Daniel Honeycutt is still your leader. So right now, we'll take a quick break. We'll come right back to the NORA Truck Series here at Kansas. We'll thank a few sponsors, folks. But hey, appreciate you being here. Stick around. Going to be a great race on lap number 20. We'll come right back. Welcome back, folks. This is the NORA Truck Series here at Kansas, and there it is. The choose car for the NORA Truck Series being driven by Jacob Glidelich. So I apologize earlier. I said Glidelich was in the race, but he is actually the choose car today. Look at that glorious car. Love that. Everyone did just choose. We'll cover more on that in just a bit. But what an awesome job right there for them. Cool feature for sure. Here we go, though. We're going to go back green here on lap 21. Coming to lap 22, stage end will be 36, keep in mind, so about 14 laps away from the end of stage 1. We're going to find out who's going to win this stage. Points obviously on the line. A lot of good racing ahead of us. An honest mistake there by the 99. Excuse me, the 9 of Austin Smith. Brings out that last caution, but it's all good. We get a big race ahead of us. Here we go. Pace car pulls off. Daniel Honeycutt, Blake Hope leads us back off. These boys did not pit, keep in mind. Fresh tires are behind them. Here we go. About to find out what will prevail here. Will fresh tires prevail or clean air out in the front? Honeycutt gets that great jump right there, but in the back, 2x2x2. Brian Jones already 3 wide right there out of turn 2. Pushes it 3 wide again right here. Look at this, 17 a little loose right there, 4 wide for a bit. Gotta be careful. Woo, hold on to it. Look at this, great racing. 99, 3 wide, uh-oh, look to the front right here. 91 gets checked up a little bit, 39 into the wall, Kirker. A little loose as well, gonna lose a lot of momentum here, a lot of steam. 4 wide there a little bit. Gets so tight. Up to the point right here, look at this, is all fresh tires, keep in mind. Honeycutt gonna get driven by here. And look at Everett Kotz, he was the one that led off pit road. He is right there at the lead, but Brian Jones is there too. 3 wide for the lead, folks. Oh, Brian Jones, the 32, the 7 Raider. Way off track right here. Couldn't quite catch it fast enough, but huge damage there for Cody Reeder in the 7. We saw him come across the nose of somebody. Oh man, no caution flag. Let's take a look real quick if we can. Hits the apron just a little bit, 32 Everett Kotz. And then, oh no, around he goes in the spin cycle. Unfortunate right there for him. But we remain under green flag conditions. Brian Jones is your leader, Anthony Campbell in P2. And then a whole mess of cars behind him. Trying to figure out third on back. Cannot believe that incident did not cause a bigger one. Unfortunate for Reeder. We'll have to wait until that stage ends, potentially for recovery, get himself back in the game here. But look at this, big racing up at the front. Everett Kotz still looking good. Daniel Honeycutt going to fall down some more in the middle of this lane. Looking very solid. 99 way down low right here. Again, Harper cutting into that apron. Oh, Tyler Detelli, excuse me, into the wall right there. Pretty hard. Keeps himself going right there. Gonna lose a lot of steam in the number 2 Skittles machine. Man, it has some pretty bad damage right there on the right side. Gotta be careful. Seeing a pass right here now for P6. Raymond Hanneman up against Dylan Banks. Makes that pass clean. Then right behind him, 3 wide here for top 10. There's always something here going on, folks. We love to have that. These races are always a fun time to commentate. And look at this, 2 wide still. The 16 looking pretty good. Cody Height up on the high lane. But right now, nobody really in contention. Up against Brian Jones, looking very, very stout right here. Anthony Campbell looks pretty quick in that 73. Look at that Subway machine. Just had Subway myself for dinner. Nice meatball sub. Getting me hungry again, man. Oh my word. Looking good right there in that Subway machine. Everett Kotz almost got caught up in that last incident right there with Cody Reeder. Got real lucky to not spin out himself. But again, has those fresh tires. Played Timmons as well in that 23. All looking pretty stout right now. The 16 there on the outside, Cody Height. The 17, Cameron Thompson down low too. And now we're starting to see some single file racing. Different strategies right now. Everyone using their tires here. And this is the thing, right? Brian Jones, Anthony Campbell, Everett Kotz. These guys who took tires right here they're okay with giving up a tire set for the end of the race because you know what? They're going to use them to get stage points now. Not a bad move. But this right here is heating up for this stage. Look at this. Everett Cott's down low right here. Blade Timmons is going to try and move on the outside lane. Can't quite. Or maybe he does. Going to get a run here. Great side-by-side action right there. Kotz comes up just a little bit. But so far, holding on to it pretty strong. Timmons has a great run on the outside lane. In lap number 32, 4 laps away here from the stage 1 conclusion. Everyone kind of cleaning it up right now. 21 on the outside lane. A little further on back. We're still seeing 2 wide. Aiden Kirker still in the wall. Oh, my word. Look at that right. Look at that left front tire. Oh, no. Into the wall pretty hard right there. Definitely will have some right side damage, but unfortunately he could not get it off the wall. Wild, wild stuff right there, but up at the front, still a crazy good race. Everett Kotz has fallen back a little bit. Brian Jones, silky smooth on that wheel right now. Let's ride on board real quick. We'll take a look. You can see how he's doing it right there. Nice and, like, just a light touch on the wheel. Barely moving it. That right there will save the tires. Looking very, very good. Lap number 34. We're going to have a swap here for P2. Blade Timmons looking very, very good here. There he is. Makes the pass there for P2 up against Anthony Campbell. He's got one more position to track down here. Brian Jones for the stage win. He's got about a lap to do it. Here we go. One more lap to go for stage number 1. Still some great fighting in the back. Look at this. All for a top 10 spot to get them those stage points. But up in the front, Brian Jones is where people want to be right now to get that stage done. Koss making that move for P3 right here on the outside lane. So far, what a great job here by Brian Jones. Going to cross the line here for lap 35 and lap 36. There it is. And there's the yellow, folks. Stage 1 is ended. And there he is. Brian Jones going to be your stage winner. Awesome job. He used the tires, used the fresh tires to get himself into that position to give him the stage. Those are key moments, right? Get the points, get the playoff points. And that home field Chevy looking pretty good right now up at the front. Very solid effort. P2, Blade Timmons, Everett Kotz in 3rd spot. Anthony Campbell, P4. Timothy Harper in 5th place. Raymond Hanneman, 6th. Harrison Whitehead, P7. Zach Hollinger in P8. Dakota Hendrickson, 9th. And then Cody Height rounding out your top 10 for the stage number 1. Great job right there. And now, some pit stops. And this is the part where I'm interested to see, because what are they going to do here? Brian Jones, Timmons, obviously they're going to come down pit road, right? Get the tires, get the fuel. But the drivers that didn't come down pit road earlier, do they come down? Do they have enough fuel? You know, what kind of games are they going to play? We're going to find out here right now. But lap 37. Here we go. Pit stops underway. And so far, every single driver going to come down pit road. There's that 15 of Daniel of Hendrickson. Excuse me, Daniel Honeycutt. But the whole field down pit road right now, folks. 4 tires, full of fuel. Gonna get this thing back rolling. Great racing so far. Tell you what, these boys did their homework, because right now Kansas is proving to be a great race. They got their practice in for sure. We're seeing a lot of these guys having great runs. Really clean racing. Obviously a couple of mistakes here and there, but that's bound to happen with 30-plus trucks. Very, very strong right now. So real quick, folks, we'll go and thank a few of our sponsors. We'll come back for the Choose Car, as well as talking to Brian Jones, your Stage 1 winner. We'll come right back. Alrighty, here he is, Brian Jones, your Stage 1 winner, man. Great job, awesome effort right there. Got the fresh tires to get yourself that stage win. How's the truck feel?
You know, this home field Chevy Silverado feels pretty good tonight. I'm kind of balancing saving the tires versus kind of running flat out. So we'll see what we got here in stage 2.
It's a great topic to bring up. I mean, those tires, is it really wearing out as the run goes on? We had some long green flag runs that are kind of in stage 1. Do they wear off quite a bit? How do you think this truck will fare on a longer run?
Well, it definitely gets tight as the run goes on. Trying not to burn up that right front. The two stints that we didn't really matter for tire wear, but if we see 30, 40 laps, then yeah, it's going to definitely matter.
Awesome job, man, so far. Good luck rest of the way, dude.
Thanks so much.
There he is, Brian Jones in that number 45 home field truck right there, the Chevy. Hey, don't forget, Atlantis 24, I believe, is the code for home field. Tell you what, go and check him out. There it is on the side of the truck. I was right. Wow. Go and check him out. Get yourself some cool stuff. And, I don't know, look good, man. I don't know. It's a good plug, huh? Alrighty. Pace car has the lights off. We're going to go back green here, lap number 40. But keep in mind, stage 2 will be on lap number 60. And so far, I mean, I said it earlier, right? Great racing so far. Very impressed. We're going to get this thing back underway. Whoa, Indy 500 collection just dropped. I promise you I'm going to go check that out. That gets me kind of hype, I'm not going to lie. Yes, it does. Well, hey, Brian Jones, Blade Timmons on the front row. Tell you what, this is going to be a banger right now. Stage number 2. We're going to get a pretty short stage, actually, compared to stage 1. So, interestingly enough, here we go. Brian Jones, Blade Timmons in the front row. We're back green here in Kansas. Just like that, the lap 1 is done for stage number 2. Look at this, though. Big fight right here. Brian Jones up high. Down low, excuse me, but Blade Timmons is up high. Making a clean pass here on the outside lane. Looking pretty strong right there. Nice job for that 23, getting past Brian Jones for that number 1 spot. Looking pretty good, but in the back, though, look at this. 2 wide, fanning out 3 wide now. Middle of the pack. Things are getting dicey already. Intensity is heating up. 98 right here, falling through the pack a little bit. Joshua O'Connor. I got scolded earlier for calling him a senior, so I'm not going to do that ever again. But falling through the pack a little early, little bit. Not too bad. Still further up though. 2 wide, 3 wide. Timmins setting the pace right now in that number 1 spot. Brian Jones, Anthony Campbell in P3. But a couple guys to watch out for right now. Cody Height, Raymond Hanneman looking pretty strong right there. 2 wide. A little back, Everett Kotz. And then Harrison Whitehead as well too. So we're seeing a lot of these guys looking pretty good. This stage though. Oh, with the back right here. A yellow flag. Who is that? The number 8, I believe that is. Dakota Hendrickson. Yellow flag is out for the 3rd time. 2nd time for incident. Yeah, some damage there on the right side. We saw him sideways in the background of one of those shots and can't quite tell what happened there. Looks like he might have came across the nose of somebody, but let's go back and take a look real quick. Dakota Hendrickson, let's take a peek. Here we go. Whoa! Yeah, just kind of comes across the nose there of the 39, Aiden Kirker. Does a pretty decent job, actually, of saving it, not really hitting the wall too hard. Obviously, it's not killed, which is great, but that definitely is going to be a hard hit. We'll go back once more. Want to get a better angle here. See if we can find out what actually happened here even before. Here we go. It'll happen here. In these corners, we'll try and slow it down perhaps. Yeah, you can see it. I mean, man, just so tight right there between the 34, 39, and the 8. Kirker really had nowhere to go. He was squeezed right in the middle. The 8 just kind of kept going there down low. It's tough. I mean, in this situation, right, I'm surprised we haven't seen it already. But these guys are 3 wide, right? And it's tough. The spotter can be reliable most of the time, but sometimes you just don't know if you're 3 wide. And that right there was a tough situation. But either way, Blade Timmins is going to be your leader as we sit on lap number 46. Brian Jones in P2. Cody Height in 3rd spot. Uh-oh, breaking news. He is a senior, by the way. Uh-oh. What have I started in the chat today? That's pretty funny. So here we go. Blade Timmins up at the front. Lap number 46. So again, only, I mean, by the time we go back green, what, 12 laps to go for stage 2? So pretty good right there. A lot of these guys, I'm curious now, since stage 2 is so short, are there going to be drivers who conserve enough to not pit this next time by, right, at the stage 2 break? I'm not so confident in that strategy, but it definitely, I think, could be a play, especially if you want to take and hold on to a set of tires at the end of the race. Maybe you come down now and take, you know, fuel at the stage break, but, I mean, do you hold on to tires, maybe? Just all depends. Seeing a few guys come down pit road over here. Dylan Banks, Cameron Thompson. There they go. Here we go. Choose car is afoot. There it is. Boom. Choose car graphic. We'll get better at that timing as the race goes on. But, uh-oh. Kirker, watch out, buddy. If you folks watch our Tuesday night broadcasts, ASRA Harpoon Design Cup Series, woo! Choose car sometimes is a target. not always intentionally, but man, it can get pretty dicey. That choose car gets a beating for sure. But Jake Ladelich in that choose car today. So far, so good. The pace lights are off right now. We're going to go back green here with, like I said, yeah, 11 laps to go really in the stage. But so far, great racing, obviously. Always a good time here for the NORA Truck Series. Again, folks, quick plug. Actually, I just mentioned the ASRA Cup Series. Tomorrow, we'll be back live for the ASRA Harpoon Design Cup Series regular season finale at Talladega. A lot of drivers trying to get themselves into the playoffs at the last minute. Tell you what, it's going to get pretty intense as we get this thing going. So look forward to that. Join us tomorrow for that. But right now, we have a Kansas race to figure out for the NORA Truck Series, and we will. Chu's car got launched. Uh-oh. I kind of want to see it now, but we'll wait until after. Here we go. Blade Timmons, Brian Jones in that front row. 11 laps to go here in stage number 2. Who will get it? Green flag back out. Man, look at these awesome shots all around Kansas. Turns 1 and 2. Timmons got a great jump right here, but down low, didn't really get a great launch there for Brian Jones. Outside, Everett Kotz. Cody Height trying to make that work. Man, what a great battle right here. 3 wide already. 71 right now, Raymond Hanneman. The meat between the sandwiches. What? Meat between the sandwiches? I'm thinking that meat between the buns? I don't know. Just go with it. We're 3 wide, now we're 2 wide. Oh my word, Kansas, I'll tell you what. Crazy, crazy racing. Uh-oh, I think we saw... Nope, 3 wide here. In the middle of the pack. That 61 looking pretty dicey right there, but looking pretty good. Michael Menchaca in the middle, down low, up high, just trying to go where he can. And everyone's tires right now are pretty good, so they can kind of slice and dice here. 73, Campbell way off track right there, down by the apron. Woo! Hold on to her, man. Keeps it going. Great effort to recover that truck. Up at the front still, Blade Timmons, Raymond Hanneman in P2. Brian Jones gets in front of Everett Kotz here for that top 3. But look at this, still 2 by 2. 8 laps remaining before stage 2 concludes here. Anthony Campbell falling back a little bit. The 88 hits the apron. Got to be careful there. That can launch your car. Cody Reeder, look at this, back to P16. After his early stage 1 incident, didn't bring out a caution, but he came down, got spun out across in the backstretch and into the inside wall. Looking pretty fast right now, though. Getting back to the front of the pack where he wants to be. The battle for the lead, though. Raymond Hanneman trying the outside lane here on lap 53. Brian Jones making a great move here. Defensive driving a little bit with Lindgren on the outside lane. Very solid. Look at this, Blade Timmons, oh my God, the leader. Big wreck into the outside wall. Turn 1, that'll bring out a caution right here. Everett Kotz involved. Cody Reeder a little bit too, but Blade Timmons, your leader. Oh my word. And unfortunately, folks, that can just go downhill that quick in these races. Brings it back to the pits and tows it. Zach Lindgren also involved. The front end of that truck pretty well beat up. It is lap 55. I'm not sure if they'll call that the race end. I'm sorry, the stage end. Always to get word from our race control. But man, 2 beat up trucks that were very, very fast today. Let's go back and take a look. It was contact between Raymond Hanneman and Blade Timmons. Let's see if we can go back to really where it happened. But oh my word. Yeah, at this point it already happened, but huge wreck. The 88 also got involved there as well. We'll try and find right where it happens. Sometimes these can be pretty difficult. Here we go. This might actually work. Here it is. So we see the 23 of Timmins. Oh, the 71 comes up right there. You can see that. 23 of Timmins really has nowhere to go, unfortunately, and that's going to send him around. Tried to recover it. Lindgren right there, just collateral damage. Kotz as well. Pretty well beat up. The 88 and Everett Kotz get together. Big wreck as well. Everett Kotz kind of slows down a bit here. Cannot believe he didn't get involved in anybody else. Look at this. They all scatter. Maybe not huge damage for that 32, but definitely enough to not be happy. So huge wreck here as we start to wind down. And man, oh man, that was huge. Your leader got involved, Blade Timmins. Crazy, crazy stuff. But those things can happen, folks. Close racing at a track like this, high speeds. Tough break. So we're going to wait real quick, folks, to make sure that that was the stage end or not. I see a lot of guys who didn't pit right there, so I'm going to say it's not, but we will see. Okay, that is the stage. Just got confirmation. Alrighty, and we are getting confirmation that it was Cody Height who is the stage winner. After all that chaos, I believe Hanneman might have been given that penalty for causing it potentially, so he wasn't rewarded with that stage win. But here he is. Cody Height is your stage winner for stage 2. Great job. Obviously was in the thick of it the entire time and looked very, very good. I love this paint scheme. Black and white, nice and simple. Looking pretty clean. So great job there for Cody Height. Very impressive run. We'll bring him in just a second. You know, we'll bring him in right now. Excuse me as I sound like a walrus trying to mumble. Oh my word. Once in a while, man. You never know. Okay, where is he? Cody Height. There he is. There he is, Cody Height, stage 2 winner. We're getting word from. So great job, man. Awesome to get yourself in there. Obviously a pretty chaotic stage 2, but how's it feel, dude? How's the car feel?
It feels pretty good. It's pretty crazy out here tonight, man. It's more like Talladega than it is a damn mile and a half.
It sure looks like it too. A lot of little mistakes here by drivers, but hey, I'll tell you what, big moment right there with the leaders being taken out. A couple of fast trucks. So what's it going to take to win this thing, man? Look pretty strong.
A little bit of luck and for my power to not go out while it's storming like hell outside.
Ooh. Alrighty, well, hey, we'll cross our fingers for you. Good luck rest of the way, man. Have fun.
Thanks, Steve. Appreciate it.
There he goes, Cody Height. Looking pretty stout so far early on. Electricity problems, but I'll tell you what, that must be scary. Either way, we have full power on in Kansas. Lights might pop on here in just a second. I think they are actually. Overcast skies. Tell you what, the lights have gone out for the pace car, though. Gonna make that hard left turn. There he goes. Stage 3 underway here. Gonna start a little shorter than before, but here we go. Anthony Campbell and Cody Height on the front row. And away we go. A great launch right there for Campbell. And look at that, Brian Jones, Cody Reeder, bump drafting on the backstretch of Kansas to get themselves to the lead. Man, Cody Reeder, what a comeback so far. Was spun out pretty well down bad in stage 1, and look at them up to P1. But for how long? 3 wide behind him. Holy. The intensity will pick up right now. Stages are done, and now the race will be decided here. Brian Jones makes his way back around Cody Reeder. Your stage 1 winner looking very, very strong. But right behind him, an absolute medley of trucks. Very, very strong right now. As we always do in stage 3 of races, folks, let's hit the Bring the Noise segment, sponsored by Harpoon Design. Go and check them out for all your NASCAR-style paint schemes and iRacing. And check this out. And I'll tell you what, every single time I feel like we go to that Bring the Noise, a caution comes out, so I apologize for the commentator curse. But a big wreck right there involving, I believe, Christopher Heights, Zach Lindgren potentially again. Oof, 81, Harrison Whitehead involved. Hanneman also involved. At one point, was your leader fighting for the lead in that 71. But a big mess right there. We'll go and try and find it. See exactly where it went down. Right in front here, 71. Oh, looks like, oh, just kind of ARCA breaks through. Oof. Looks like Christopher Heights might have been the crux of that caution right there. Let's take a look here. Yeah, just squeezes his way through, unfortunately. Tight racing, 3 wide. And that can happen, folks. Just like that. A tough break, nonetheless, for these drivers. A couple of them coming down pit road, though. Everett Kotz, Nicholas Corcel. A couple of the backpack drivers. These guys all have damage on the right side, looking pretty well beat up. 77. Not sure if he's out of fuel here or... Alrighty, there he goes. Yeah, a bunch of beat up trucks, unfortunately. Our 5th caution of the day. Really, it's only our 3rd caution for incidents. So far, a pretty clean race. Not too bad right now. Brian Jones is your leader. Looking pretty well strong today. Nathan Yarnell snuck his way back to P2, so looking pretty strong there for him as well. So, awesome job overall. But yeah, a couple of big-time hitters getting taken out of this race, obviously. Zach Lindgren, Blade Timmons, Everett Kotz way down here in 20th place right now currently. Getting some damage repaired. Obviously, a lot of these guys getting that damage fixed. Trying to get themselves back into the race and getting some points as best they can. A lot on the line with those points. But Brian Jones so far has looked pretty good the entire race. I'll tell you what, not a lot of guys have looked as good as him, at least in this race today. We've seen Cody Reeder come back to the front looking strong. I mean, earlier, you know, obviously we saw, you know, Lindgren looking very fast, Timmons looking very fast. And, you know, man, Daniel Honeycutt, fast as well. Your pole sitter, back up to P6. So definitely on his way back up to the front. And looking pretty strong. So a lot of guys aren't out of it just yet. But, man, definitely eventful for sure. Everything right now has worked out pretty well here for Brian Jones. So we'll see how that works out. Lap 66. We'll step away for just a second, folks. Take a quick break. We'll come back and resume this race here at Kansas for the NORA Truck Series.
Hey guys, this is Kevin from KK Woodscapes. Wanted to say how excited we are to be a sponsor for the ASRA Cup Series this upcoming season. This is just some of the pieces we've created over the years. We can work with you and bring any special victory to life. To order, or if you have any questions, please scan the QR code for Instagram or contact me through the Discord. And hopefully, we'll be bringing your virtual victory into reality one day.
Fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like Doggy bowl empty, Lakers will sleeping, Rock pool, cash grab, NFTs delight, Rock pool, cash grab, idiot.
Alrighty, folks, welcome back to Kansas here today for the NORA Truck Series. We are on lap 67, going to lap 68. We are already through stage 3. Gonna get ready here to go back green after our 5th caution of the day. Here we go. Brian Jones, Nathan Yarnell in the outside lane. Green flag about to be out. And we are back underway. Green for Kansas. Two wide and three wide already in the back of the field here. Looking very good. Couple of recovery runs so far for these guys. Tyler DeTalent we just saw getting his way back up to the front. Very strong run here. Brian Jones on the outside lane going to try and defend here. We're going to go three wide. Outside lane and inside lane look really, really good here. Reeder down low and Yarnell up high. Jones right in the middle. But powers on through, has enough room, clears the outside lane and going to get pushed here. Expertly done there on the outside lane. Works his way back down. Sometimes here at these drafting tracks, especially how they become drafting tracks in these trucks, you really have to be that Pied Piper, right? And kind of lead whichever lane has the run on you. Right now, Brian Jones doing that masterfully. Further on back though, three wide right here. About 10th on back. Look at this three wide right here, 27. Jared Wishon right in the middle. There's enough room to be three wide here, relatively comfortable. And they're making it work. DeTalent on the outside lane gets around Wishon. Cody Reeder as well. Three wide. Cody Height down low. Your stage 2 winner. Kirker up high as well. We saw Kirker in shambles in stage 1. Up against the wall, hitting the wall pretty hard, way in the back of the field. And then now look at him go. P4 for Aiden Kirker. We've seen him have the speed this season. And what a great job by a couple of these guys to get back into this race. Kirker for sure. Reeder. A lot of smart driving will get you back to the front, and we're seeing it right here. On lap 72, Brian Jones is your leader. Let's ride on board. Brian Jones is your leader, excuse me, not Kyle Reeder. Cody Reader, let's jump on board. Take a look at this. Light's not quite on the facility yet, but that sky is pretty well dark. And you can see it. Diving right down, barely coming off the throttle. In fact, not even coming off the throttle right there. Just super fast. Honeycutt gets around him. Awesome, awesome racing. Cody Height in P2 trying to look for Brian Jones here. But we're seeing two of the talent in the 73. Campbell. Shake it up real quick. Campbell again, a great save, just like he did earlier. Hitting the apron. Keeps it back going right there. Falls to P14, unfortunately, but keeps it straight. Great job right there for Campbell. Gonna get a push there from Corcel. Great job. Up at the front, though, some definite pushing here, some pressure from that 16 of Cody Height. This is pretty well close here. Cody Height in that black rifle machine. Outside lane working pretty well. They get a better run on exit, but on the entry, it's not as good. So it really balances out. But once these tires kind of balance out and get a little older, if this thing goes great, I can promise you we're going to see some crazy racing because these tires are going to get tight. These trucks are not going to feel comfortable anymore. But a great run in the middle of the pack right here too. Cameron Thompson in that 17 down low, looking pretty sharp. Everett Kotz at one point was fighting for the lead in that 32, but now finds himself on the outside lane, currently in 16th. Tries his luck right there for the outside just a little bit, couldn't quite make it done, but the 44 in front of him, Devin Jensick, blocks a little bit. Anthony Campbell getting passed again here. This is for 15th spot. Some more battles right here up at the front of the field. Blake Hope and Nathan Yarnell, as well as P2. Aiden Kirker has just shot out of a cannon right now. Cody Height in P2 as well. But man, Aiden Kirker earlier in this race was nowhere near the top three. And look at him now. Really, really fast truck right there. And who has the long run speed? That, I think, is going to be the question that decides this race. We're seeing Yarnell right here on the back end. Trying to find his way into that lead spot. Looking extremely fast right now. Further on back. Tyler Patel, the same thing. We saw him half wrecked earlier, I believe in stage 1 it was. And right here, has already won a race this season. Currently in P7, so a pretty good job thus far. Looking very, very strong. Cool stuff right there for him. 66 also working his way through the field. Nathan Yarnell. The fight for the lead is getting pretty tight right now. I'll tell you what, it was about 3 or 4 trucks, now it's about 10. I feel like getting very close. Lap number 80. Still about 54 laps inside this race. We are past the halfway point, obviously. This race is flying by, folks. What a great time. Really close right there for P2, though. Kirker and Cody Height. That could have gotten bad. Really, really tight racing involved right there. Look at this. You can really see. Toward each other, I believe. Riding on board there, Aiden Kirker. Uh-oh! Big battle right here. Oh, my word. The 66. Nathan Yarnell. He knew it. The 91. Blake Hope. They were wrecked, but they kept it straight. Unbelievable job for them to recover that. Wow. And we keep it going. We have a battle for the lead right here. Brian Jones has the spot still, but Aiden Kirker is right there as well. Makes you wonder what Aiden Kirker's doing in that truck to be different. Might just be blowing those tires off, which might work now, or if you get a caution here soon, but you got to be careful. If this thing goes green rest of the way, it could be a bad day for Kirker, but we'll see. Been very strong so far. Going to try and make a move here on the outside lane. Doesn't quite happen. Jones right now just seems so locked in into that lane. He's got single file racing all the way through the top 10, top 15. Close battle here. Nicholas Corcel, Michael Menchaca. Corcel gets that move right there. P16. Rest of the field looks pretty good right here. Aiden Kirker dives down low, though. Now has the bottom lane. Potentially the preferred lane, but Brian Jones still makes it work there on the outside lane. Look at this. Jones can put that truck anywhere and make it happen. Kirker, it seems like he's searching around. He's way up high now. He gets a great run here to turn 4. 50 laps remaining in this race. A long way to go to see who can get this thing done. Green flag pit stops, keep in mind, we do expect that at some point. That'll play a huge role into it, obviously, if there's no more yellows, knock on wood. But the green flag pit stops will be huge. And that will spread out this field even more if that were the case. You can tell the tires are really falling off these trucks because no one's really in the pack anymore, right? So trucks are getting tighter. We're probably going to start to see some off-throttle time, you know, because they can't really make it all the way through, right? So let's ride on board real quick. Aiden Kirker. See if we can hear some lifting off that throttle and make that truck turn. Makes a move here on the outside line. You can hear a little bit off throttle just to kind of get the truck pointed. Right now, though, still a great battle here for that P1. Brian Jones, Aiden Kirker fighting it out right here. Kirker going to get a crazy good run here. Way down low. This might be it for him. Can he complete the pass here? Jones will get a good run. He's cleared of him now. Didn't quite slide job him. Jones going to get a little bit of a run here on exit. Can't quite get it done. What an awesome run here. The lead on lap 88. Kirker going to get the better run right here. We're seeing one truck coming off pit road, rejoining the surface. But Kirker, there it is. Aiden Kirker is now your leader in the 39 Kenworth machine. I'll tell you what a run for him. He, earlier, I'll just say it, he didn't look too great. Had a pretty well beat up truck, got into the wall a little bit, but obviously didn't hurt him too much as he is in P1. Great job. A little further on back, Cameron Thompson, Nathan Yarnell here, Jared Wishon catching up. Been pretty quick. Blake Hope, Cody Reeder. Strong runs for these guys so far, but obviously a little bit ways to go in that top 10 spot. Devin Jensick, Adam Kulikowski trying to lock in top 15 spots. And right here, Jared Wishon, Cameron Thompson still fighting right here, as we just saw. But look at this right here, Tyler DeTalent. Might have saved some tires here, but look at him. He is on his move. Currently in P4, definitely seems like he has a long run truck because he is catching our leaders. He's right there in P4, trying to make a move around Cody Height right here. Really impressive run. I mean, DeTalent as well as Kirker, we saw them both have their own kind of incidents earlier on in the race. into the wall or, further back in the pack. And right now, we're looking pretty strong for these two. Very impressive long run cars. Daniel Honeycutt as well, P5 right now, your pole sitter. Looking extremely strong in that 5th spot. Trying to find that speed to get himself back into that number 1 spot, top spot, almost 3 wide there for the top 5, but they're going to try and get back to it. Honeycutt making that move down low of the talent. Excellent job right here. Close racing. Diving down to turn 1. We're seeing some movement back here too. Adam Kulikowski, Joshua O'Connor. Way up high there for O'Connor in that 98. Sometimes that's the preferred lane, if that's what the truck wants. Movement here for P4. Honeycutt into talent. Still battling here, folks, for that P4. Really, really good. Aiden Kirker has moved his lead up to a 7/10 of a lead, which is quite a bit considering the draft is so key here. Really putting on a show, Kirker, on the long run. On lap 94, so 40 laps remaining here in today's NORA Truck Series race at Kansas. Very impressive runs. We're under a long green flag run here, folks. And we do expect green flag stops to happen probably around, I believe if my notes are correct, about lap 105, 110 potentially. But again, short pit could be a thing, obviously. Short pitting can be advantageous, obviously. Put the new tires on and go out there and really put down some qualifying laps. And right now, we're seeing some close racing. O'Connor, Devin Jensick right here. Here we go. Nathan Yarnell comes down for the first time. Almost on cue. As if I know what I'm talking about. Here he comes from P18. Definitely short pitting that right now. The leaders. This is what's going to be interesting, right? Who comes down from the leaders? Kirker, Brian Jones. A lot of these guys right now struggling for grip, struggling for handling of that truck, but at this point, they can most likely come down pit road, but it's just a fine balance, right? You want to come down pit road, but you also want to have enough tire at the end of your run to still be, racing, right? So you can come down now, but you really, it just all depends on when you think your competition will come down too, because that will matter a lot. If we see one of these leaders, one of these top 4, top 3, I would say, come down pit road, they'll all follow for sure. But Jones has caught back up here to Kirker. The lead was about almost 8/10 for Kirker, but Brian Jones has caught back up. So either Jones has found something or Kirker has fallen off just a little bit with those tires. A couple more coming down pit road. Cody Reeder, Alan Kulikowski here. Bunch of guys coming down. Aiden Kirker right here, still in that P1 spot, not deciding to come down pit road just yet, but lap 99, here we go, DeTalent. Oh, DeTalent misses the entrance right there and has to keep it going. That'll cost him a lot of time, unfortunately. Oh man, heartbreak right there for DeTalent getting on pit road. But some more. Harper, Hope, O'Connor, all coming down pit road. Hollinger as well. But the leader's still not coming down pit road, but they will come here. Here we go. Cody Height, one lead. Oh, Honeycutt does the same thing as DeTalent and goes around on pit entry. Has to get it back going. Watch out for the people behind him. And gets it back going. That's a huge mistake there. Cody Height comes in from 3rd spot, though. Thompson and Wishon, as well as Everett Kotz and Campbell. All of these drivers come down. That will force Aiden Kirker to come down pit road. Here he comes. Brian Jones as well. They can't let those guys come down and race on those fresh tires too long because they will be so much faster and gain that speed on them. But great stops right there for Aiden Kirker. Brian Jones going to come down as well. Going to get into that pit box. Devin Jensick as well down pit road. Dakota Hendrickson. Chris Snyder will take over the lead right here in that number 22, so he'll get that extra lap led. Brian Jones. Going to see 4 tires and fuel, we expect. There it is. Aiden Kirker going to go up right there. And there goes Brian Jones. So 4 tires and fuel. Chris Snyder is right now your leader. And drivers like this, they are hoping for a caution at this point. Chris Snyder looking pretty solid right here. Has some front end damage just a little bit. Didn't really see him involved in one of those incidents. Might have unfortunately been collateral damage of sorts. But so far so good. Nathan Yarnell as well in P2. But a lot of these guys, we look at this, Nicholas Corcel, Reeder, Cody Height. That's the difference. Even 1 or 2 laps makes with those fresh tires. They can just put out qualifying laps and blaze around this place. And look at that gap now between Kirker and Brian Jones. Kirker is 13 seconds back in the leader. Jones is 15. So that about 2.5 seconds right there is super key. Chris Snyder, though, still cruising around in P1. Yarnell and Kirker, they'll all catch him here pretty quick, but if caution were to come out right now, Chris Snyder might be in the catbird seat. We will see, but leading some laps either way, getting some TV time for that Doritos machine, looking pretty good right there. Let's zoom in. There it is. Has seen better days, the right side of that truck, but hey, leading the race for now, not too shabby. Yarnell in P2, Kirker right behind him as well, so looking to catch him. Reeder and Brian Jones making a move right here. 30 laps remaining here today in the NORA Truck Series. Chris Snyder is your leader, but right now, after pit stops, we expect Yarnell to be the leader. So far, fantastic racing on lap 105. Been green flag racing for quite a while now, and Kirker making that move here for P number 2. And this will presumably be that P1 once Chris Snyder comes down to pit, which he will have to here momentarily. So Kirker right now provisionally in that number 1 spot. Yarnell in P2, P3 really right now officially. But Snyder right now, until those leaders catch him, he is hoping for that caution to come out. But still great racing all the way around the track. Again, these green flag races, they don't keep these trucks close together. Green flag pit stops definitely straighten out these fields quite a bit, and we're seeing that right now. But look at this battle right here. Cody Reeder, Cameron Thompson way down low here. Thought he might come up a little bit. But hold on to it. Great job right there. Listen, all these points matter here. This is for a top 6 potentially. Brian Jones working on Cody Height. Both are stage 1 and 2 winner right here. Fighting for that top 5 spot. Brian Jones just muscles his way around the outside lane. Pretty strong. Wishing on the down low. Up against Cody Reeder. This is for that top 7. Gets around him. Still no movement yet from Chris Snyder. I've got a feeling once Kirker catches him, he'll come down pit road and service that truck. But right now, Kirker looking very, very strong right here. And again, a lot of good things to say about him. He looked pretty rough earlier on, right? Into the wall. At one point, he was in the wall so hard that he couldn't get off the wall. The left side tire looked like it was towed in. But here he is, looking very, very strong in that 39. Very, very impressive. Brian Jones making a move here against Nathan Yarnell. There he is down low. Extremely impressive. That gap between him and Kirker has closed down a little bit. So Brian Jones has been faster through the lap traffic. But can he catch Kirker with the time we have? About 25 laps to go. Here comes Chris Snyder. There he is. So your leader comes down pit road. That'll be it for him. Aiden Kirker will resume as your leader. 25 laps to go here in the NORA Truck Series at Kansas. Brian Jones in P2. Cody Height in third. Nathan Yarnell P4. Cameron Thompson in P5. Let's real quick, folks. Since we have the time, 25 laps to go. This will be our last break. We'll do a race day nonstop, so you won't miss a thing. We'll come right back, folks.
Hey guys, this is Kevin from KK Woodscapes. Wanted to say how excited we are to be a sponsor for the ASRA Cup Series this upcoming season. This is just some of the pieces we've created over the years. We can work with you and bring any special victory to life. To order, or if you have any questions, please scan the QR code for Instagram or contact me through the Discord. And hopefully, we'll be bringing your virtual victory into reality one day.
Fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like Husky, fancy like Doggy bowl empty, Lakers pool sleeping, Rock pool cash grab, NFTs delight, Rock pool cash grab, idiot.
Welcome back to Kansas, folks. Big thanks to all of our sponsors there. Appreciate them. But right now, we have a battle for the lead brewing in the NORA Truck Series. Aiden Kirker is your leader, but for how long? Because Brian Jones right here in P2 has caught him about half a second back. And he is there. He has caught through all this traffic quite a bit and has looked pretty good. And right now, he has his eyes set on that P1 spot. Can he seal this thing away from Aiden Kirker? Has looked really, really good all race long. Obviously, won stage one. And here he is trying to catch Aiden Kirker with 20 laps to go here. Very impressive run so far. Cody Height still in third spot right behind him. Looking extremely fast as well. Jared Wishing as well to P4. What a run for him. Again, very quiet P4 right now. Hasn't been involved in a lot of issues today, which is nice. Just a solid run. Getting the job done today. Very impressive. Cameron Thompson as well in that fifth spot. On the outside lane. Some great runs for guys who really need them right now. And very good job right here. Aiden Kirker up at the front. And you can see that gap right here as we look at the back of Aiden Kirker. Jones is there. He's 6/10 back, 19 laps to go. And again, 20 laps at this point, 18 laps. It's a long time on the tires, so Jones right here might be playing that long game. Be conservative enough right here to keep him in, keep him in reach. But hold on to your tires to then catch Aiden maybe later on. Maybe 5 or 10 laps to go. We'll see. But Cody Height, your stage 2 winner, is also right there as well. Little falling back a little bit, but a second back. But still in that picture for sure. But still great racing all the way around. Cody Reeder back up to P6. Yarnell up high too. Impressive runs for a lot of these guys. Daniel Honeycutt unfortunately has not been able to really recover from his pole. Right now in P10, just didn't quite have the race pace, it looks like. maybe even strategy as well. But here he is right here for P10. Not a terrible day, but definitely I would expect wanted more. Cody Reeder. Nathan Yarnell going to get passed right here, down low by Reeder. And Aiden Kirk. Whoa, hold on now. Aiden Kirker. Listen, I know it's May, but Indy 500 is a couple weeks away, and Aiden's trying to, he's trying the front stretch move at Indy. When you see him weaving, trying to break that draft, and that's exactly what that was right there. Aiden Kirker still in that spot, but look at this. Brian Jones has caught up a little bit. Now in that 4/10 deficit mark right there. Aiden trying what he can to break that draft. I'm not sure it's really working for him, just because you lose time by going down there. It kind of extends the track, right? It makes that distance around the track longer. And you can see that move right there. Now it's 0.3 of a second back, almost 4. At this point, with this truck, Aiden is going to have to defensively drive. He's going to have to watch out which lane is Brian Jones going to take and then block that lane. And you can see it. Kirker's definitely pretty good in a couple of these corners, but Brian Jones is right there as well. Cody Height has fallen off quite a bit right now. He's back to about 1.72 seconds back. Wishing just behind him 2 seconds back. So right now, this might be a 2-horse race, with Brian Jones still trying to do what he can to get up there. Very wise move by Jones to hold up high. At this point, just drive your race and try and catch him. Jones, though, is inching closer. Just have to stay patient. Run your race, drive your line. You can see that wheel right there. Not a lot of movement. Might be starting to get tight right there. But 12 laps to go. You can see right here, Jones really changing it up way down low here. Might close the gap just a little bit, and he does. Uses all of that apron down by the grass. Shorten this track as much as he can. Throughout the field, though, great racing right now. Timothy Harper going to get pressure here by Nicholas Corsell in just a second. That's going to be for P8 and 9. Blake Hope, Everett Kotz right here, as well as Tyler DeTalent fighting. This is going to be for 13th spot. Pretty solid runs for those guys. All throughout the racetrack, all kinds of racing for spots. Everett Kotz makes a move here, potentially here, against Blake Hope. Great run right here for these guys. Corsell finally tries to make that move alongside Timothy Harper, excuse me. Can't quite get that done, but look at this. Kirker up front. And Jones is very, very close. The closest he's been on this green flag run. Look at the difference here. Kirker might get a better exit, but Jones has closed the gap. Definitely well within that draft range. And this is going to be a battle of cat and mouse right here. Who picks the right lane? Who blocks defensively, aerodynamically? Kirker, though, trying what he can on the outside lane. It's working for him on the outside lane. 0.3, though, is the gap. And he's right there to stay within that draft. Brian Jones. Will we get one of those classic Kansas finishes? Side by side, maybe? How amazing would that be? But look at this. Brian Jones is there. A quarter of a second is the gap. And you can see it. trying different lanes. 7 laps to go, though. Still trying to break that draft for Kirker. And there it is. Look at that. Kirker got a little tight right there on the exit. And Jones, he is as close as he's ever been. Here he is. Wishing in height. Wishing did get around height right there, so that's going to be for a 3rd spot. But this is the battle we're going to focus on right here. Kirker and Brian Jones for the lead, for the win, with 6 laps to go. What a race this has turned out to be right here. Jones is there. Unfortunately, my scoring tower just said, you know what? Nope. We're not going to work. It's all good. Technical difficulties. You'll love to have it. Either way, we're going to sit right here until this thing unfolds. But here we go. Kirker still out front right there. Man, so close. Unbelievable job there for these guys. Task manager on the screen. What is happening right now? We are in shambles here on race day, but it's all good because Aiden Kirker is holding off right now Brian Jones. Unbelievable job. Still manages to keep this thing going. And Jones right here has lost a little bit of tempo right here. Can't quite get back to it. Man, so far, really impressive run for Kirker. Unbelievable. Brian Jones got so close. Some lap traffic, though, right here, so that will play into a big role. Will that make a difference here? Awesome job for Kirker to get this thing done. Only a couple laps remaining here. Unbelievable. Had a very up and down day, and really, quite frankly, man, at one point we didn't know what kind of race he would have. Kind of all over the place. And right now, looking so strong in that P1 spot, the 39. And there it is, the white flag, folks. What a great job there. Aiden Kirker going to get one more final push here from Brian Jones. But that's going to be it. He will not catch him. And Aiden Kirker going to be your winner today from Kansas for the NORA Truck Series. What an awesome, awesome job here for him. Aiden Kirker gets the job done. He's going to be so ecstatic, going to try and drift around turns 1 and 2. Don't kill the car. Oh, no. Great win there for Brian Jones, man. Got the job. I'm sorry. Oof. Aiden Kirker, Brian Jones, P2. But stage win for Brian Jones. Stage 2 win for Cody Height. And a great win here for Aiden Kirker to hold on to it in that 39. Very, very impressive job right there. We'll come back, folks, in just a second. We'll talk to your top 3, Aiden Kirker, Brian Jones, and Jared Wishon. We'll come right back in just a second.
Fancy like Husky, fancy life, husky, fancy life, husky, fancy life. Doggy bowl empty, Lakers pool sleeping, rug pull, cash grab, NFTs delight. Rug pull, cash grab, idiot.
Alrighty, folks, we are back to Kansas for the NORA Truck Series. There's the scoring tower. I apologize for all the issues earlier on. And right now, it looks like it still is being shown as the incorrect detail. So I apologize for all the glitches right there as the end of the race. Unfortunately, technology can sometimes be the death of us, and that is the case right now. So either way, we're going to bring in our top three like we usually do. Let's bring in Zach. Oh, I'm sorry. We'll bring in Josh Wishin, or Jared Wishin. Everything has completely failed on me, technology-wise, right now, but it is all good. We're going to get through it right now, folks. Here we go. Jared Wishin. Let's bring him in right here. There he is, Jared Wishin right now. P3 on the day. Not a bad day for you, man. Podium spot's pretty good. How'd the race go for you?
Yeah, I feel like every time I end up here in the booth, I tell you, I don't know how I got here, but like I qualified in the back and I was struggling the first half of the race and I got caught in that 3 wide thing on the front stretch, and luckily we escaped that with no damage somehow. I kind of figured out 3 and 4, and then 1 and 2 just kind of come to me, and we kind of came to life there and filmed herself up in 3rd.
Definitely impressive, man. Yeah, I mean, talk to us about the race, how the conditions feel, and man, really good stuff.
Yeah, I was really tight, but then I figured out how to make it loose, and that's kind of whenever I feel like I kind of felt like I had something, I guess. I don't think I had anything for Aiden or Brian. I don't think I had anything for Cody either, but he got the wall, and I was able to get by him. But, I mean, I don't know. I entered the night thinking I was just going to get maybe a top 10, but to come away with a 3rd and have a teammate win, I'll take that.
Yes, sir, for sure. Very impressive. Give us real quick any shout-outs you might have for sponsors or friends and family. What do you have for us?
Yes. Just want to thank everybody at Elite Motorsports and ACI for the teamwork tonight. Congrats to Aiden on finally getting a win. It's been a lot of second places, but he finally broke through and got him a win. Thanks to Diecast fans for being on the car, the admins for putting the league on, and you for broadcasting it.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. We'll catch you next week, man. Great job.
Thank you.
All right, there he is, Jared Wishin. We're going to bring in Brian Jones now. Again, do apologize for all the technical issues. Can't bring up the tower right now. It just kind of failed on us. 5 laps to go, but we're going to at least bring you the top 3 for sure. Here he is, Brian Jones. Here he is, Stage 1 winner, Brian Jones. Couldn't quite get the job done today. Man, tracking down Aiden Kirker got so close at the end, man. How'd that race go for you at the end?
Yeah, Aiden did a great job on the pit stop, and he had almost a 2-second lead on me coming out of that final green flag pit stop. And I don't know if I used up my tires trying to get to him, or he just had a little bit more left in the tank on me. I did make a big mistake. I didn't fill up the tank on the pit stop. I should have filled it up. That contributed to me being tight there on that final run. But I was coming for him there at the end. I think I would have gotten him, or at least gotten to him, by the white flag lap. But you know how it is here at Kansas. If you are making time on one line, the guy in front of you will run that line and do some air blocking, and you get tight, nothing you can do. So it's one of those deals. I should have done better on the pit stop.
Yes, sir. Not bad, though. At the end of the day, a P2 is great. Give us a quick shout-out for your sponsors or friends and family, man. What you got?
Yeah, big shout-out to Home Field Apparel. They just dropped the Indy 500 collection. Bunch of T-shirts, bunch of hats. If you're into Indy 500 stuff, they got some cool stuff out there. Use code Atlantis 24 at checkout if you want 15% off of your Home Field Apparel. Also got to give a big shout out to Apex Coffee. If you're into small batch coffee roasters, you can order you some today. Use code Atlantis and get 15% off that as well.
Yes, sir. Awesome job, man. P2, we'll catch you next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Steve.
There he is. Brian Jones will bring in your winner now, Aiden Kirker. Let's get him in. Here he is, your winner for today for NORA Truck Series at Kansas, man. I'll tell you what, very, very impressive job today on the long runs. And I'll tell you what, earlier on, stage 1 had some issues there up against the wall and thought you might have been in trouble. But overall, great recovery and a great win, man. How's it feel?
I mean, it feels awesome. I haven't won in so damn long. It feels like I haven't won in my league. I haven't won in official. I haven't won here. And second place, second place, second place. That's all I heard is second place Aiden, second place this, second place that. But I got to say, you know what? I'm sick of second place. I mean, I got a little overexcited because I wrecked the thing off turn 2 trying to drift. That's a little embarrassing.
That. Yep.
It's the first time I've done that. Yeah. But hey, it's the first time for everything. Yeah, I mean, stage 1, I was going through it. I was like, you know what, this just sucks. Like, I'm in the wall. I'm on old tires, and then once we got 4 fresh Goodyears on, we kind of made our way to the front. It was like an entirely new truck, and once we got that thing in clean air, I was like, I don't care what anyone says, I am not giving up this lead. It's
Exactly.
not happening. Second place is not an option. So, yeah, it feels great.
Yeah, man, you nailed it for sure. Great job again. Hey, real quick, give us a shout out to any sponsors and friends and family you want to shout out. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to thank all the guys at Elite Motorsports. If it wasn't for them, I probably wouldn't be racing as much. I probably wouldn't be racing in here. So I really appreciate the support from all those guys. And, good group of guys I get to call my friends. And luckily, I just get to race with them on iRacing throughout the week. So I just wanted to thank all those guys, and thank you for broadcasting.
Yes, sir. Awesome job, man. We'll catch you next week. Congratulations.
Thank you.
There he is, Aiden Kirker, your winner today. Tell you what a great race today. Awesome. Just really, really fun to watch throughout. But Aiden Kirker, your winner today. Awesome job. Again, big apologies for the technical issues right now as we wind down the race. For some reason, our scoring system kind of went down with about 5 laps to go, and even right now I can't get it back up going, so do apologize for that. But yeah, Aiden Kirker is your winner today. Brian Jones second, Jared Wishing third. But awesome racing. We'll be back next week, folks, for more NORA Truck Series action tomorrow night. Be with us here again at 9 p.m. Eastern Time for the ASRA Harpoon Design Cup Series. It's their regular season finale at Talladega, so it's going to be pretty intense. And cannot wait to see how that race concludes for sure. But have a good night, folks. We love you here. Big thanks for supporting the channel and the league. Hit the like button, subscribe button, all the buttons over there. We appreciate it. But for me, this is Race Day. My name is Steve. Have a great night, folks. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.